Hi, my name is Jahaban and welcome to my vlog. In this vlog, we will talk about the changes that we foresee after the Bill C19 was passed. Previously, the Canadian immigration system was based upon the CRS score, which is a relative score in which you get different points which accumulate towards your qualification in various categories. Changes that we're expecting in the system starting next year, which is 2023, will not really be focused on those points, the CRS score, which are relative points based on your experience, occupation, your education, and the NOC category you fall under, which is the occupation category. The changes that they're bringing in are very similar to the PNP, the provincial nomination system, actually through which I came to Ontario. The provincial nomination system is basically provinces picking up people specifically from a pool of candidates based on their experience and the demand for their skills in the job market. So the new system, as expected, is going to move away from the CR score, which would probably still be there, but it'll be more focused on two things, which will be your occupation, that is, what is your profession, and the demand for that profession in the Canadian job market, in the Canadian labor market. And secondly, language. So let's talk about the first thing, which is your occupation. In terms of occupation, actually, with this new system, a retail worker, if there's more demand for a retail worker as compared to engineers, so a retail worker would be preferred over an engineer. The reason the government has taken these steps is to basically base the immigration system on occupation rather than your points. The second thing is, in terms of language, the draws could take place and they could only be focused on French-speaking candidates rather than English-speaking candidates. So the two aspects that I mentioned, firstly the occupation and secondly language, that's what the changes that we're expecting in the system are going to be focused on. Nothing to worry about. It's very similar, like I mentioned, to the provincial nomination system that's been practiced in Nova Scotia, Ontario, even to an extent in Alberta. And this could actually mean that while you could have good points or not have good points, your occupation would matter way more than, or your language would matter way more than anything else. So the weightage for occupation and language would be greater than anything else. That's pretty much the changes that we're expecting in the Canadian immigration system after Bill C19, which could actually prove to be really fruitful for both candidates and also for Canada itself, its economy, because the decisions will be based on what occupations or what's lacking in the job market, the availability of jobs in the job market for a certain profession, and those professionals would then be preferred over, other categories. So stay tuned, and I will be sharing more news as they come in. I would also recommend that always go for a proper professional immigration consultant. Like I mentioned before, I had used services of Mr. Amir Ismail. I'll link his website in the description also. This is not a paid promotion by any means. I've just had a great experience with him, and I know my friends who've gone to other consultants and their experience has been horrible. Some of them haven't been able to make it. So always go for a proper professional immigration consultant. Amir Ismail also has a YouTube channel. I'll link that channel in the description also. And while we're talking about linking his channel, I hope you like this video. So do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned for more news on immigration, generally life in Toronto. If you have any questions, share those in comments and hit the bell notification icon also so that you're informed whenever I upload a new video.